morning is half a grapefruit, 3 celery sticks, and egg whites. So I don't like to eat my egg whites anymore. I like to drink them because I'm over the taste of egg whites. And these are pasteurized, so you can drink them safely from Costco. Hey guys, I know it's been a minute since I've made a video for you guys, but I've kind of been dealing with a lot and trying to figure out the best video to bring to you guys. And I decided that I'm going to touch base with my fitness journey kind of more in detail so you guys have a better idea of why I am where I'm at right now and where my future plans are focused right now. So I wanted to talk about my fitness journey. Back when I was a kid, I was always into sports. So I played softball, soccer, and I was always very athletic built. And then in high school, I gave up sports and tried out for the cheer team. So I did cheerleading for my freshman and sophomore year. And I think it was my junior year I quit because it just wasn't the same. And I stopped any type of physical activity from my junior year till probably about age 20. So I was never really into partying in high school. It was when I was 19 that I really got into partying, and I was going out every night and eating fast food and really had no sense of direction of what I really wanted to do or who I was, I guess. And slowly I started to put on weight. Like, I guess your freshman 15, you know, they talk about when you start college. I definitely gained at least maybe like 7 pounds, but I finally like stopped and noticed that I needed to make a change in my diet and maybe work out a little bit. I never thought of like working out ever, I guess. Growing up, I never really even been interested in it, or you know. So I finally decided to get a trainer, and that's kind of where I started thinking, you know, bad about my body, because I never really had body like issues before, because I've always had a smaller frame and athletic built that I never really thought of much about it. And it was when I started with my trainer that I wasn't happy with my body, and I wanted to go back to being like 98 pounds, what I was in high school. So as I started working out, you know, I finally did hit a lower weight, not 98, probably about like 102 or something. And I was happy with it, but once I started getting into fitness, I started, you know, looking up like what I'm supposed to look like and what my goal was. And I was looking up pictures of girls who, you know, bodybuilders and bikini competitors, and I wanted to look like that, and I was never fully satisfied because I didn't ever look the way they did, you know. And I would be really hard on myself, and so then I would make another challenge for myself to push myself that much harder. Luckily, I was really into lifting, like getting stronger, and the whole working out process. I enjoyed that, so it wasn't like I was just solely in this because I wanted to look a certain way. I thoroughly enjoyed working out, so then I challenged myself to like get abs, and I ended up hitting that goal. But once I hit my like low weight, and then once hitting my abs, like I still wasn't happy. When I look back at them now, like I looked good, and I didn't really fully like appreciate all my hard work back then. So after getting abs and still wasn't happy, then that's when I decided to challenge myself with the fitness competition, and that's when I signed up for my first prep. My prep overall, because I was so excited about it, was easy, and I enjoyed it, and I had fun, and my competition was fun, and usually that like lights like a fire in somebody to, you know, continue with competing. The last couple like weeks were probably the hardest. I definitely had breakdowns, but it was because I was just hungry, and my body was exhausted from all the training. But I started getting really hard on myself, and I think this is where it kind of messed me up a little bit. Is I would have, say, like a spoonful of peanut butter, and I would obsess over like messing up that way, and it just mentally like messed with my head. And after my competition, because I was so restricted, and like my mindset was like set on like not eating anything other than what was on my meal plan, I feel like the competition overall had a negative effect on my relationship with food. So after my competition, I like binge ate in a sense, and I would kind of do it like privately, or like, you know, I wasn't like going out with my friends and eating and having fun. It was like I'd be at home and eat a Ben and Jerry's thing of ice cream, and then I think my mindset shifted to where I may never be able to eat this again, or like I only have this amount of time to eat this before I have to be on such a restricted diet, that I overdid it, and I would consume more food than like I even cared for, because I was so like worried that this was going to be my only time of being able to eat that what I wanted. When I think of fitness, before I would think of having abs, looking shredded, you know, seeing all those girls on Instagram promoting teas and, you know, being sponsored and, you know, just being 8% body fat, and I thought that meant you were fit. And it took me from my competition up until now to finally, you know, kind of define fitness in a different way, and I believe that it is being at your healthiest state, you know, mentally, physically, you know, being happy with the way you look. If you're happy with the way you look, you know, you shouldn't need to, you know, destroy yourself to look like someone on Instagram. A lot of those times, those girls are photoshopped, or, you know, taking supplements. It's not all it's made up to be, and a lot of work goes into looking like that if you do it naturally. So I finally came to terms that for myself and for what I want to promote to people, is being healthy and fit is being in a mental state where, you know, you are just at peace with where you're at. You know, you have a clear mindset. You're happy. You know, you're happy with the way you look, and I feel like people need to love their body at every stage that you go through during your fitness journey, because to think of it as, you know, you're not where you were yesterday. You know, you put in so much work, and you're making changes, and you're trying to be this better version of yourself, and that's what you need to stop and appreciate about yourself, and the results will come. I've been all over the spectrum with this journey of mine, and I've gone through some things to kind of come to this realization that being healthy and fit is more complex than just being shredded year round. I wanted to talk about this year I've had some real big life changes, and it kind of started in February. I've worked for a company probably for about 4 years, and it was an office job, and I always thought business was what I wanted to pursue. But I would go to work and I'd go through the motions, and I wasn't really happy, and I'd always be thinking about fitness and different ideas I had that I wish I had time to focus on. So this came unexpectedly, and I stopped working for them, and I ended up having all this free time that I didn't know what to do with, and I had so many emotions the last couple weeks that I didn't really know what was next. So I turned to God, and I, really focused on what His plans are for me. And I noticed that in my last video, I said what inspires me was fitness and my faith. And those have been the two things that have gotten me through this adversity. And I realized that in the chaos of life and like the mess and all my like cluttered thoughts, like the gym has been my escape. It's been like the place I go to, actually for any reason, whether I'm happy, I just want to go to get a workout in, social reasons, because I have a lot on my mind. The gym is like my sanctuary, my go-to. Besides the gym, it's God. I look to God for everything. When it's like where I run away to is to just talking to Him and seeing what His plans are for me. And I just came to terms that I'm letting Him take over what I do, and I'm letting Him kind of direct my path. I know He has a plan, and I know that this is a test of faith. So I feel like life is testing me and God's testing me, and this is just going to make me stronger. And I'm learning so much right now about myself, and pushing myself to learn more about fitness, and where I really want to take this. And I heard on the radio that you're coming out of what was and stepping into what is, and that has just resonated with me. And I just feel like this is my opportunity to finally push what I want to do, and that's what I'm going to tell you guys next, since I'm finally pursuing my business in fitness. And I have all these ideas of what I want to do, and I finally have the opportunity to do it, and I'm actually very, very, very blessed to have this opportunity. And what I want to tell you guys is that I'm not competing right now. My focus is more on my business and what I want to do. I'm still following a meal plan from my coach, because there is a possibility of competing this year. I would love to. I just don't feel like it's the right time right now with all the pressure of competing. I just can't really focus 100% on what my other goal in fitness is, and that's kind of where I want to put all my attention at right now. So I want to create something bigger than a gym that you come in and you get your workout in and you leave. I really hope to show people that it's much more than that. It's changing the way you view yourself and what you're capable of. Before, to me, fitness was about what I looked like. I was so focused and consumed on myself and looking like a certain way, and I was never fully satisfied. And I've come to terms that I am where I need to be. I can push myself if I need to, which I plan on doing. I just love working out, but I just want to show people that I just want to help people, change their mind, see that there is so much good in life, and life has so much to offer you, and no matter what you're going through, you're not alone, and that you can overcome anything. My whole thing right now is being a fighter. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. Like, it's all you really have is you, and you're the only person that knows what you really desire, and you just need to take a little leap of faith. It's going to be scary, and you just need to take that and give everything a try. And if it's for you, it'll work out. If it's not, find another way to go about it, or try the next thing that you were interested in. But never give up, and never let life beat you down, because once you see the good in life, there's just so much more that it has to offer you. And I just hope to grow like a global culture of fit, healthy, confident, passionate people. That's my ultimate goal. If I could help you in any way, that's what I want to do. When I see my clients progress, that makes me so happy, to see people lift heavier than they even thought they could, or start seeing results, and following a meal plan, saying no to things that they couldn't say no to before. That gives me a feeling I can't even describe. But yeah, so that I just needed to share all of that with you guys, because I wanted to share my fitness journey with you, and this is where I'm at. And also, if you guys are interested in training with me, email me or message me on Facebook or Instagram. I would love to get you started. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great week, and I'll see you guys soon.